Hey everybody, happy hump day friends. Jody Breckville, Stampin' Queen. I'm here live in my studio. So if you're joining me, come on in, say hi, give me some likes or loves, leave me a comment, let me know how you're doing today. It's a beautiful day here in South Central Pennsylvania. A little bit crisp. We had some nice 80 degrees, 70 degrees, 80 degrees, and we got tempted with that little bit of spring, and then boom, I had to turn my heat on again yesterday. So that's okay. It's all good. What we really need is a little bit of rain that would keep my farmer from stressing out. Um, but we've got some stamping to do today. So it's Wednesday, the 19th of April, about noon Eastern time. Hey, everybody. Yay, some friends are coming on and joining me. So I'm normally here live every Wednesday at noon Eastern time, but always there's a special class that I do once a month. This is my monthly make and take class. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have a little Stampin' fun together. And this class is held in person in my studio. So they were here yesterday morning and yesterday evening, and we created the cards. We're going to be focusing on growth takes time. So we're going to use this really cool stamp set today. And I'm going to show you guys what we created. And so hopefully that will inspire you. And maybe you'll like this stamp set. Maybe you'll like the colors we used. You'll maybe see a little bit of heat embossing today. So we're going to have some fun with that stamp. I really like the sentiments that this one has. So again, this growth takes time. This is one of the new online exclusives. So if you're not quite familiar with that, this is something that Stampin' Up! Is trying this year. And I think twice a year, we are going to upload some online only products into our online store. So my online store, I'm going to put the link up here so that you guys can see where to head. Where did it go? There it is. So that's my online store. You can hop over there and there will be a banner that says online exclusives and you can pull those up. So these are items that are not in print anywhere. They're not in a catalog. They will not be in a catalog. So we have a couple stamp sets, paper, some dies, embossing folders, all kinds of good stuff that you can check out. Now, just because they are hosted online does not mean that you have to order online. So you can always order through me. Absolutely no problem. I know some folks do not like to shop online, and that is okay. Just message me and I can take care of your needs. But the growth takes time is one of those. So it is not in a catalog. So the way this class works is it's totally free. I'm going to show you everything that we did in person yesterday in my studio, and I have a class packet available. So if you love those cards and you want to create them, you can earn a class packet for absolutely free with your order of $35. Now, if you decide to bump your order to $50, I'm going to include the class kit. You're going to get the tutorial. You're also going to get a free embellishment. So I cannot give the gems because the gems I used happen to go retired and happen to be discontinued. They're sold out already. But I am going to include the ribbon for you, and then you can just sub in with whatever gems that you choose. Now, today only, which is the 19th of April, it's free shipping day. So if you bump your order to $75, you're going to get $75 in product of your choice. You're going to get free shipping. You're also going to get the class kit packet, the tutorial, and the free embellishment. So it's kind of a winning day here. So I want to talk real quick before we jump in to get started. And if you guys are catching the replay, hello, replay friends. I love when you guys come back and catch the replay. Just real quick, I want to do just a little side note on shipping. So I was live yesterday in my Facebook page, letting folks know about the shipping delays. So I'm going to go over that real quick, just so that you know, because if you do take advantage of shipping, you may be impacted by the fact that things are going to slow down a little bit because it's a big order day. Lots of people are ordering. So April 4th, which was the day our last chance list went live, our last chance sale started with up to 60% off, both catalogs retiring, lots of product, new colors, old colors retiring. It was a big sales day, you guys. So big, in fact, it was the biggest sales day in Stampin' Up! History ever in 35 years. So things did slow down a little bit. That tends to happen when all of a sudden you know there's going to be a spike, but your spike goes 20 times higher than what you anticipated. Stampin' Up! Is working diligently. So please know that, guys. A lot of you guys are demonstrators. You may have watched the video from our leadership team. They did a great job explaining to us what they're doing, why it happened, and why we're offering free shipping, even when shipping is a little bit slow right now. And that's because there's still a lot of good stuff. There's things, that last chance list is still available. And we still have pre-order for demonstrators. Our little perk of being a demonstrator is getting to order stuff ahead of time. That's still available. We have clearance rack items that are still available. And so we're doing a free shipping. That's like a gift horse to us, right? We are so excited to have free shipping. Save some money during this crazy time. So that's why we're doing it. But just know shipping may be a little bit slower. And when I say slower, I'm getting my stuff in about 2.5 weeks. Normally, I get my stuff in about 7 to 10 days. So it's not hateful. It's not a hateful long time for shipping. It's just a little bit slower. And that's not our standard. We don't normally run that slow. Like I said, for me to get it from Utah to here is usually about 7 or 8 days, actually. But right now, it's about 2.5 weeks, and that's okay. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that, so you know if things seem a little bit slow, that's the reason why. And also, there's some weather issues that are happening in out west as well, because they had tremendous snowfall, which is now starting to melt and create some flooding issues, and that does affect transportation and employees. So we just be patient, right? It's just patience. We'll get our stuff. It'll all be good. But I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. So having said that, who wants to stamp today? Should we do some stamping? Oh, yay, you guys are loving free shipping. Me too. I've already put one order in and I have another order waiting. So I love me some free shipping too, especially when our shipping is a little bit, it had gone up in the last catalog. It went up to like 11% instead of 10%. So it's nice to save 11% on your orders once they hit 75. Alrighty, so there is a special host code. Let me put that up real quick because, where did you guys go? Lost you. All right, there we are. You're back. So here is the host code. So not only when you're shipping online, it is pertinent that you use, where is it? This host code, that one right there, because that's what earns you the free class kits. You've got to use that host code when you put the order in. That will link it to my class that I'm doing. Use the host code unless your order is $150 or more. If you're hitting $150, do not use the host code, because you're going to get host rewards and you don't want to override that. Okay, so that's my little side note to using that host code. So let's do a little bit flippy flip here and we'll do some stamping. Okay, my friends, we should be good to go. So I talked about free shipping. There's that host code again. It's also linked. I will have it down in the description of the video as well. So you can click on that link to make things easy peasy lemon squeezy for you guys. I also want to do a quick reminder that we have those new colors. We have 5 new in colors that have joined us, and we have 4 brand new core colors that have joined us. And I have a color club happening at the moment. So if you want to get all of those colors a little bit at a time, I call it Stamp and Layaway. Each month you pay the color club fee and you get a bundle of the colors. So you would get cardstock, ink pad, refill, blend, ribbon in those new colors. Okay, so I will have that information. It has already been emailed out, posted in my social media, and I will also put it in the description of that video. So if that's something that interests you, you would like to get all those new colors and be on Stamp and Layaway, you can check that information out below. Then I want to give a real quick reminder to this paper pumpkin. I'm really excited about this one. Are you guys excited? This one's going to focus on in colors. It looks black and white right now, but it's going to be full of color on the inside and it's outdoorsy card. So I think that's going to be fantastic. I'm kind of hoping maybe it'll be Father's Day geared, because that's always something that we need, Mother's Day and Father's Day cards. So subscription is open now through May 10th. So if you're not sure about Paper Pumpkin, you have questions, hit me up and let me know. I can help you guys out. Also keep in mind, if you do a prepaid subscription today, you can get the free shipping on it. Okay. So you need to hit, is that a 6 month? A 6 month prepaid subscription would get you free shipping today. So, how about that? You can't see it, but I'm giving you the wink. Wink, wink. That's just my little suggestion. So just a quick reminder, these two catalogs are getting ready to leave us. Last Chance is happening right now. We do have a big sale on items from both catalogs. So you can shop my online store and pull up Last Chance and you'll see all the items that are still available. And we're getting ready to welcome this new catalog. So if you do not have a demonstrator that you work with and you are in need of a new 2023-2024 annual catalog, hit me up and let me know. I'm happy to get you guys a free copy of this catalog. So now it's time for us to do some stamping. We got lots of friends on with us. So yay. Hey, everybody. If you're just joining us, we're getting ready to work with Growth Takes Time. So let me get some goods and we'll get rolling here. Okay, so we're going to start here. We're working with Pool Party and Basic Black. So that is the plan for these 4 cards. So we'll fold our Pool Party in half to create our card base. And when you purchase the class kit, as I mentioned, it's totally free with your $35, $50, or $75 order. You are going to get the PDF tutorial, which will have the measurements in for you. So we've got that piece of basic white. And we're going to stamp in Memento Black ink and stamp this beautiful tree. This kind of makes me think of the throwback to the Tree of Life. I don't know if you guys had that in your area, if it was like something, it was big in my area, Tree of Life. We had all kinds of stuff related, like jewelry and necklaces and earrings and all that good stuff. Now, I have a stitched circle cut out ahead of time. And we're going to stamp our sentiment on that in Old Olive. A bit of snow, Tamara. Oh, my Lanta. Spring is coming late for you guys. All right, so we just did be gentle with yourself. Sometimes it's a good reminder for us, right, you guys? Just to not be so hard on ourselves. Now I have this piece of Pool Party. This is done with the radiating dies. They are an online exclusive. Sadly, they are not available at this moment, but you guys check out that cool detail. I'm going to use these quite a bit in today's class, but these will be done for you. So you don't need to worry that you don't have it or you can't get it right at the moment. But it is a very cool set of dies, and many of us have fallen in love with them. So we need to do a little bit of coloring here, and I think, let me find my Pool Party light. Actually, you know what? We're going to go with these colors. I didn't show you what we're making. Goodness sake, where's my head? So here is our card that we're getting ready to create. And we're going to do a little coloring. Now, I did my card in light Pool Party and Freesia, but I have dark Pool Party and Highland Heather, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see how we like those two color combos together. So let's just do a little bit of coloring on these leaves. I love my Stampin' Blends. So happy that we have new colors coming, and I'm pretty sure we have blends in every single color. That makes my heart happy. I have a big giant box here full of stuff, pre-order stuff that I need to find some time to play. I'm hoping this weekend I get a little bit of time to play with new stuff. I've been creating because I have a big demonstrator event with my friend Connie next weekend. So we're going to gather with about 50 some demonstrators and have a big demonstrator event. So I'm really happy with that. But like I said, I've been creating, but I just haven't been able to play on my own yet. Did I say I have dark Highland Heather here? I thought I had light, but I've got dark. And it's just making those tree leaves really pop with purple. We love our purple, don't we? All right, that's taken a little longer than what I planned. So I'm going to finish that later because you guys get the gist of doing the coloring. Now I did Old Olive on the tree here because we've got 4 cards we need to make. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just want to show you. So if you're getting the kit in the mail, you guys will know exactly what to do. So I just did a little bit of blending here with that tree with dark Old Olive. And then I'm just going to come in and color the tree with light Old Olive. All right, so I'm going to finish that a little bit later as well. So the next step for us is we're going to take that piece and we're going to attach it to the center of that pool party that has those radiating dies. So we're going to attach that together, grab ourselves a little bit of pool party ribbon. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm not going to be able to do this whole thing because I'm out of ribbon. That's all I have. But you will get the ribbon in your class packet. So no worries about that. But we had class yesterday, and so we used up all the ribbon. So I'm just taking that bit and just tacking it around the back side, just like that, because I don't want to waste my ribbon on the back. And we'll add this to our card base. We will attach our sentiment with some dimensionals, which I'm not going to do at the moment because I want to go back and finish coloring that tree. And then we have, this is in the same set of dies, the Radiating Stitches dies. I did a little heart out of vellum. And so I'm going to attach that right down here like that. So you're pretending I'm gluing this down, okay, when you do yours. And then we're going to add a little tiny heart. So that is the heart pearls. These were from the annual catalog, and these are actually already sold out. But we're going to add one of those cute little pearls to our heart here. There's a couple different kinds. There's one that's kind of opaque, one that's kind of shiny, and one that's white. And so we'll just add one of those right there. And you've got that cute little heart on your heart. So that is our first card. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Second step you're going to do is take a little bit of ribbon here, just a tiny little bit, slip this right underneath here and tie ourselves a knot. You can trim the ends then and kind of make them a little bit prettier. So pretend my tree is all colored in. And this is what, take it out so you don't have any glare. This is what you will end up with. Okay, so that is card number 1. Let me find card number 2. Alrighty, we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to do a fun fold and work with Smoky Slate and Pool Party. So this is our fun fold. Super easy to do. Let's find all our goodies in here. And you will have that piece of basic gray. Smoky slate. I do suggest having your bone folder or a score tool. I'm going to go without the score tool because this is a pretty easy fun fold to create. But if you want to score, you totally can. So you're going to fold your card in half. And then you're just going to take this front panel and you're going to flip it back on itself, meet that fold, and score again. Okay, that's all there is to it. So we've got a piece of basic white, and we're going to take a little tiny little leaf stamp, some old olive ink, and just stamp that little leaf down here in the corner, just so we have a focal spot for the inside of our card. I'm losing stuff already. I'm losing my adhesive. I don't have a big table, but yet I tend to lose things so easily when I'm creating. Does that happen to you guys? I bet it never does. All right, so on this panel, we have another piece of Smoky Slate, and this one is embossed with the dots. So this again is an online exclusive. A lot of people had not noticed these yet. These are an online exclusive. They are a set of 3 embossing folders. They come in a pack together, and I'm using these 2 today. Now, don't shoot the messenger, but I have to tell you that these are unavailable as well. They are coming back in. I think the beginning of May, we should see the radiating stitches dies and these embossing folders back in. But remember, again, with the online exclusives, you are not going to see them in a catalog. They are always going to be on the online store, but you can purchase them. If you're a demonstrator, you can put them on your demonstrator order, or you can order with your demonstrator or order through my online store. Either way, just get them because I love me an embossing folder. And these are, I think I actually had a sample somewhere, yes, of what they look like. So there's the dots. There's the little flowers. This one's my favorite, like a crosshatch almost. And of course, you can use the embossed side or the debossed side and create a totally different look. So those are pretty darn cool. All right, we're going to set that aside. We've got a piece of Pool Party and another stitched piece. This is again from the Radiating Stitches dies. And I've got myself some basic gray ink, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment down here in the bottom corner. My little baby tree who's just growing down here as well. And then the watering can. So I did those all in basic gray, and yes, I'm going to color with blends. You can totally do that as long as you're very careful, letting it have a little bit of time to dry and being careful not to bleed it too much. So I used light Smoky Slate, and this will all be in the tutorial as well. So if you get your PDF, it'll tell you what colors I used. But feel free to experiment with whatever colors of blends you have. Whatever I use does not mean that's what you have to use. Absolutely. So we've got our watering can here that is Smoky Slate. We've got our tree. I want light crumb cake, I think. There we are. There's our light crumb cake. So we'll color the tree in. There we go. I have some pool party, so that's going to be our little heart inside our watering can. And then I'm going to use lights and dark old olive to do some variegated leaves. And then I think I'm also going to do the ground there too. I did that in light olive. It's coming along, looking pretty. There we go. Now I've got light here. Let's go ahead and just kind of highlight that water. Just a tiny little bit too with the pool party. So we can attach that now to our pool party piece. And this is one thing that we want to be careful of next is attaching it to our card. So we want to have adhesive only right there. Don't put adhesive on the whole thing or your card is not going to open. Okay, so let's add a couple strips of our Stampin' Seal here. I used a lot because it's a lumpy bumpy. You're wanting it to attach to that piece that's got all those polka dots on. The next thing we're going to do is tie ourselves a cute little bow. So I'm going to use my bow maker, but you guys can absolutely use your fingers if you've got your fingers handy. Oh, come on now. So one tiny little bow, and then we'll get ourselves some snot dots and attach that to our card. Doesn't that make this the cutest little bows? So stinking cute. All righty. Good old booger right there. Put that in the corner. Actually, can it come down a little tiny bit? Yeah, let's go down just a little bit. Trim the edges, and you have card number 2 is finished. Beautiful. Yes. Card number 2. Oh my goodness. No, hold on. We need to put on some gems. So let's get a couple little hearts here. And let's use these guys here. So we'll just put a couple. There's big and little hearts. There we are. One more. Yeah. Let's. Oh, I lost which way it went. That works. So we've got a couple cute little heart gems. All right. On to card number 3. Card number 2 is on the ground, but that's okay. Nothing spilled, so we're all right. This is a very similar looking card to the one we just made at the beginning. We're just going to change out and do some white. So we're going to use the white, the radiating dyes there in the white, radiating dyes here, and we're just going to add a little bit of zhuzh. We're going to do what we called yesterday. We're going to blend our bottoms. Blend your bottoms. Everybody loves a blended bottom. So we've got pool party for our card base. We've got that white piece. This will be for our sentiment. And then we're going to stamp on this one. Again, Memento ink I'm using. So we can do some coloring. I think I need a piece of scrap paper, so I might have to go in search of one. I'm not going to color. Again, you can see the coloring I did. So I did the tree on this one is going to be in crumb cake, light and dark. And then the leaves will be pool party, light and dark. So I'm going to save us some time, and I'm not going to do the color. But what I am going to do is a little bit of blending. And I just want some scrap paper. Come on now. I've always got tons of pieces of scrap except when I need one. So I've got a little bit of Pear Pizzazz, Retiring Color. We're going to actually emboss it in white, but I have a feeling it would look very pretty embossed in silver. So we're going to use our blending brushes here. Hold on, I have a report on my phone and I can't see my screen. Go away. All right. Sorry, guys. We back? Okay. We're going to grab big blending brush, little bit of Pear Pizzazz ink, and I'm just going to blend the bottom of my card. So it kind of looks like my tree is not floating out in space. It's got a little bit of grounding. Now the trick with blends is just remember you can always go back and add more, but you can't take away. So I like to start light and then work my way to dark. Very easy to do. Let's do our sentiment next, and that is going to be in Crumb Cake. Look how far you've come. What a great sentiment. This is a very positive sentiment stamp set. I'm going to do a little bit of a banner notch here on this one. So I might have to do, we'll see how far it comes. Yeah, I'm going to trim it down. My piece of paper was a little bit longer than what I needed. So there is our pretty banner. The next step, I don't have any more ribbon, so I'm not going to, look, that's it. That's all I have. My sad little piece of ribbon. That's it. So I need to wait till my next order comes. But you're going to attach this piece. Okay, so lay down your white, or sorry, wrap your ribbon around the white first. Then add the tree over top of your ribbon. Okay, so the tree is over top my ribbon. Added a little bow, put my sentiment on with some dimensionals, and added a heart. And I did put a heart right there in the center of that tree too. So isn't that super cute? So use your imagination because I'm out of ribbon and I'm going to finish coloring later. All right, card number 3. So let's make some room because we got to do some embossing next. Okay, card number 4. We're rolling along, friends. Everybody's still with me and wide awake? Hopefully you are. So we're going to do a little bit of black and pool party. These look very cool together, these two colors. So we've got our black card base. We've got a piece of white for the inside, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment inside there. I did that in the memento. Then I have another stitched heart. So this is from the same Radiating Dies, just did it in Pool Party. And we're going to add that to the inside of our card right here, just so there's a little love on the inside. When your person opens it up, they see that your love is inside there. Okay, now I also have a piece. I told you about that crosshatch embossing folder. And so there is the front or the back. You can make your own decision what you like better. I'm going to go with the debossed side this time around. And I like to use lots of adhesive on my embossing because I don't want it to pop off. No popping off. Okay, so there's the beginning of our card. Then I have a piece of that black cut with the radiating dies, and this is the one that we're going to emboss. So I like when I'm using black or very dark cardstock with white. I don't want the little white flecks. I don't want you to see those. So good old embossing buddy to the rescue. So I'm going to run my embossing buddy over. That just helps. What I have found too is it helps to keep all the white out of those tiny little indentations. Show you the card so you know what you're looking at. Black with white embossing is just stunning. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous card. We got our embossing powder. We've got our Versamark. We've got that, the tweezers, but where's my little bin? Oh, please. Here it is. So this tray, these goodies all come together. So the embossing buddy, the little brush, the reverse tweezers, yes, and the powder pow or the powder tray all come. We still are carrying that. So it did carry over and we are thrilled. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to clean this because it was stamped in black. So I need to do a little scrubby scrub here. Got the good old Stampin' Cleaner and the Stampin' Mist. There we are. Now we're good. So we're going to go back to one of the things that drew me to Stampin' Up, made me fall in love with this paper crafting deal, and that is heat embossing. The first time you do heat embossing, you're just like, what? That is so cool. And I did it. Who knew? So we're stamping that with Versamark. And then we're going to sprinkle on the white embossing powder. Now, Corinne had said about doing silver, and I think silver or gold would absolutely be beautiful. So we want to make sure we've got powder on all of our leaves. Get off the excess powder if there's any sticking around. Looking pretty good to me. All right, I'm just going to set this off to the side and we'll deal with that a little bit later. And it's going to get a little bit loud. So hang on. Let's make this gorgeous. Okay, isn't that awesome? Love that. Love it, love it. Now, I do want it to have a little dimension, so we're going to add some Pop-Tarts to the back of that black. So if you're getting this card kit, remember, by Stampin' Up! Rules, I cannot pre-stamp anything. I will have things die cut absolutely ahead for you, but I cannot stamp images for you. So you would need to have the Growth Takes Time stamp set or something similar. Lovely as a Tree. I know many of us had that oldie but goodie. So you could absolutely use that or use something else of your choice. And if you don't have or don't want to do heat embossing, just simply stamp on a piece of white. Stamp your tree in black. It will totally work. Oh, that's sticking out a little farther. than we wanted it to. So isn't that stunning, that black on Pool Party? I love that. So again, we've got our cute little bow here. We're going to tie that with our bow maker. Grab ourselves a snot dot. And that's just going to go right here in my tree. Then we'll add a little heart, and that's all there is. Now, I did not put a sentiment on the outside because my sentiment is on the inside. So let's add a little heart. And you guys, that is this 4-card class. I lost my taker picker tool, my taker picker. Huh. Well, son of a biscuit. I hit it. It's inside here. So let's put a pretty little heart right up here in the corner. Oh, where'd it go? There you are. Super, super adorable. Love it. Okay, so let's see the cards in this card class. Just a reminder that this special offer, again, if you do today and your order is $75, you're going to get the class kit, tutorial, free roll of ribbon, and free shipping if it's $75. The rest of the offer stands until Sunday. So I'm going to close out on Sunday. There's your cards right there. Super cool. So I'll close on Sunday. I believe that's the 23rd. Once everything gets shipped, that's when I get your ribbons and everything, and I'll get everything packed ready and headed out to you later on the end of April. Okay, friends, thanks so much for joining me. It's been wonderful hanging out with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Facebook. I am here on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and Wednesdays at noon Eastern Time. Bye, everybody.